Hello friends, welcome back to Gulf Coast Urban Farm with Dolores. That's me. I am so happy that you have joined me and going to hang out with me today. Today we are going to make gluten-free banana nut bread. Let me tell you a little backstory. My daughter-in-law has fought with some issues for years, basically. And of course she's been tested for celiac. She doesn't have celiac, but she does have gluten issues. So she can buy gluten-free items, but they're expensive. And quite frankly, most of them are not very tasty. So I told her that I was going to try to make her some bread and some rolls and things like that. So we're starting with banana nut bread. It's not only gluten-free, it's also dairy-free, because as a family we all have dairy issues, so it's just one of those things. So let's get started working on this banana nut bread that is gluten-free and dairy-free. Okay, we're going to get started by putting our sugar in our bowl, and we need 1 cup of sugar. So I'm just going to take my 1 cup measuring cup, and I'm going to dump in a cup of sugar. And we'll use that measuring cup for flour when we get to it. Okay, we are also supposed to put our butter, shortening, let's call it a fat. Since we're making it dairy-free, we are going to use avocado oil, because butter is not an option and we don't buy shortening, so there is that. So we need a half cup, I believe. Let me see. Yes, a half cup. So this is a 1/4 cup measuring cup. So there's 1/4. And there is the other one. So good. We've got that done now. Now I'm supposed to take this mixer and I am supposed to cream the fat and the sugar together, and I'm having trouble plugging up the mixer. Go figure. Alright, so I'm going to come back once I'm done with this, because yes, I am working with a new editing program. Not real sure how to get rid of audio that's on there, so I'll be back for you. You know, friends, you don't really realize how long a minute is until you are trying to allow a minute to go by that you have to do something. Alright friends, we're going to put 1 egg in. It calls for 2 eggs, but we're going to put 1 egg in, and we're going to beat this in. Okay, I think we're having a mishap here. Okay, I think I got our camera situated again. So now we are going to dump in the 2nd egg, and we're going to beat it up. What we're going to do is we are going to add our banana, and I hesitate to say buttermilk because it's not buttermilk. What it is, because this is dairy free, so I'm using unsweetened, unflavored almond milk, and I put a teaspoon of lemon juice in there, and that gives us somewhat of a buttermilk flavor, I guess. And this is a recipe that I'm following. Obviously, I did not make this recipe up because I don't know that much about gluten-free. So I'm hoping that it turns out well, though, because if it does, then I will be making her other things other than just banana nut bread, even though she would be happy if she had banana nut bread. She would be pleased. She would just be as pleased as she could be. So, alright, so that is the banana, and this is our buttermilk mixture, and it is kind of curdled, so I guess in a way. Alright, now we got to mix this in. Now, okay, in this bowl right here is 2 cups of gluten-free all-purpose flour, and I chose to use that for our first little thing that we're doing. There's also a ½ teaspoon of salt, a ½ teaspoon of baking soda, and 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. Now, what we're going to do now is we are going to add these dry ingredients, and I'm going to simply put about 1/3 of it in there first. Now, the reason that I had this all in a bowl is because it suggested that you whisk together those 3 items, the baking powder, the baking soda, actually it's 4, the salt, and the flour. Alright, so we're going to begin blending this in. let's just kind of wipe this down a little bit. I don't like all that up there like that. Okay, now we're going to put in a little more. I'm not going to put as much in this time. I'm going to split what's left into 2 separate times. I don't like wearing flour. It needs to be in the bread, not on me. Okay, let's get this last bit of this flour mixture in here. We are almost done with this, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. So let's mix this in. Okay, there's only one more thing for us to do, and that is to add in our pecans. And when I was getting ready to gather all this stuff up this afternoon, I texted my daughter-in-law and I said, pecans or walnuts? She didn't even know what I was talking about, I don't think, but she said pecans. I said, okay. And she just sent me a thumbs up back, and so I guess she'll be surprised when she comes by to grab my daughter-in-law tonight when she gets off work. Because I'm going to have this for her. Alright, let's get these mixed in. Oops, didn't mean to eject that, but you know, it's okay, I was done. But I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I have managed to... Okay. I have this nice little loaf pan ready for the banana nut bread. My oven has been on long enough that it has preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And I don't mind telling you, this looks like it's too much to go in here. But it said it was for one loaf pan. We're going to see. I find it difficult to believe this is going to be one loaf pan. I may have to cut off the camera and reach up in the top of the cabinet and grab another loaf pan, which is fine. I have 3 because I bake bread all the time. Let's just see what happens. Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that is enough in that pan. Now, I don't have enough probably for another full pan, but I am going to grab another loaf pan, and I'm going to put the rest of it in a different loaf pan, and we're going to cook both of them. Okay, as you can see, I have another loaf pan ready, and I am going to get this in this loaf pan. It's not going to be a full loaf, but it's too much, in my opinion, to go in that pan with the amount of baking powder and baking soda that I put in here. So I just feel like I need to take part of it and put it somewhere else. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright. As you can see, there is a water bath counter sitting on my stove too. That is me canning salsa that I did earlier this afternoon. Now, honestly, I think the salsa video will go up first and then this one, but I'm not sure. It may be the other way around. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so we've got that done, and now we're going to bake this in the oven. It says 60 to 70 minutes. Now obviously this one is probably not going to take 60 to 70 minutes. This one might, but I know how to check my bread to see if it's done. So therefore I'm going to stick it in here. I'm going to start it at 50 minutes, and then I will come back and check it at that point. Okay friends, there is the gluten-free, dairy-free banana nut bread that I made. And just like I said, that pan would not have been large enough to hold the rest of that dough. So this is the one that was so small, and of course, just like I said, it didn't take nearly as long as the other one. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a blessed day.